hello. Let me get myself up. Look, I'm red already. Oh my goodness. All right. Trying to open my YouTube here. I can't believe how red I am already. I just started. All right. Okay, here we go. Hi, Kay. Hello. Happy Tarot Tuesday. Hello, my loves. How is everyone today? I hope you're all good. Hi, Ange. I gotta put this on live chat so I can see. Hi, Lori. Hi, Fatima. And Deb. Hi. Happy Tuesday. All right. So I don't know about you guys on the East Coast here. It was a really warm day. And I did not do all my notes for Tarot Tuesday until today. So I didn't get a whole lot of time outside, but I took the dog for a nice walk. So hopefully you all had a nice day. It was nice to, hi, honey. Christina, hi. It was really nice to be able to turn the heaters off. For me, I hate having the heaters on all the time. So it was really nice to take a break from the heat. I can't believe I'm going to have to start wearing makeup to not look like Rudolph. This is crazy. How red I am. It's because I have been doing tarot all day. It was beautiful in New Hampshire too. So nice. Apparently, like a lot of the country had super warm temperatures. I know if you're down in Texas and stuff, I thought in looking at the weather report, I thought, I'm so glad I'm not in Texas because it was supposed to be like 90s down there. Last year, we were down around there. We were in Arizona, I think, by now. Hi, Meadow. So we are tonight doing the Magician. The Magician is an amazing card that I love. Truth and Shadow. Hello. Oh my gosh, I can't believe how dirty my glasses are. I didn't even realize it until I just did that. The Magician is an amazing card. It is, I'm not going to say one of my favorites because then I'll get picked on because I know they're all my favorites. But this is a really great card. And if you follow my Facebook page at all, you will see that lately I have been seeing like being aware of the time right at 11:11 a lot, like a couple times a week, 3 times a week, 4 times a week sometimes. And to me, that's very much in line with the Magician card because the Magician is all about manifesting. And the numbers 11:11, when you start seeing the numbers 11:11, it is about manifesting. So it's like encouraging, Spirit is encouraging you to manifest something in your life. So when you see 11:11, make sure you like do something to manifest something good in your world when that happens. I meant to say hello, Cat was helping. That's all right. All right. So straighten this out a little bit. The Magician. Click the like button for me so YouTube will do its thing and encourage people to join us. We're going to start out by just taking a look at the Magician card. Where is... Okay. Algorithm gods, that's right. That is right. Okay, so this is the Magician card. We're going to begin each of these Tarot Tuesday sessions by looking at the Rider-Waite-Smith card that we are doing. I want to, at the beginning of each of these Tarot Tuesday sessions, I want to do something a little bit different than we've done before. If you were here with us last week or you rewatched, you will see that we kind of gathered a list together. And I'm going to do something special with the lists that we do for all of the cards. So we want to look at the RWS Magician like you've never seen this card before. So try to erase all your preconceived notions about this card and just kind of take a look at the symbolism, at what you see in the card like you've never seen it before. And I want you to type out the words that come to mind when you are looking at this card. There's no right or wrong answers. We're going to write down all of the words that come to our minds on a piece of paper that just says the Magician at the top. So I want you to really look at it like you've never seen this card before, and we'll come in and out and I'll give you an idea of the whole card, and then we'll kind of look at details in the card. So if you start looking at it, you can see there's a guy standing there. He has something in his hand that is in his right hand that is pointing upwards, right? Love, peace, based on the flowers. Ooh, I love that. Love, peace. Peace, flowers. Yes, flowers. Lots of greenery for sure. Growth. Ooh, I like that one. Growth. Beautiful. It's hard to, like, I keep going, I don't know if I knew that before tarot or not. This thing above this guy's head is called the lemniscate. I know I didn't know the name of the mathematical Latin name of it before, but I think I knew that it was kind of a symbol of infinity. So I'm going to put infinity. Infinity. Direction. I love direction. Yes. Hi, Kay. I miss you. I'm so glad you're here. Giving direction. Yes. Elements. Yes. Perfect. Elements. So we can see on the table in front of him, all of the elements are represented, right? Giving direction. Yes. Very good. That's okay, Trisha. No biggie. We just started kind of using our brains to look at the card like we've never seen it and just calling out whatever comes to mind for you. We see, I like that there's, again, just like the Fool card, I should have brought out, there's a couple other cards that I was going to bring out, and of course, I didn't get time. I've only been working on this since, I don't know, noon. So, of course, I always run out of time. But, actually, I'm going to move this over just a tiny bit. And move this over just a tiny bit so I can be a little bit closer. Now, what did I do with my card? Oh, no. The card disappeared. Shit. Oh, here it is. I'm sitting on it. All right. Let me catch up here. Sorry. Choices. Choices. I love it. Yes. Choices. Action. Yes. It's not a very stagnant card, right? It seems like there's a lot going on. I've been home with a fever for 2 days. I seem to pick up everything from work. Oh, yes. Kids bring everything, right? Shows for me action. Great, Trisha. Perfect. Preaching. Oh, I like it. Yes, he does look like he's teaching something. Like he could be standing on a pulpit or a ledge teaching to somebody else, right? Focus. Oh, that's a great word. Focus. I know. I hope you feel better, Kay. Boy, kids bring every known disease known to man, don't they? All right. If you see, again, it's hard. I tried not to bring in stuff that I learned from this card or from the tarot, but in a spiritual sense, we can see that one hand is pointing up and one hand is pointing down, right? So, grounded. Ooh, I like that. Grounded. That's very good. We'll hear that word several times this time. But also open to worlds. Open to worlds. I'm putting that. Open to worlds. So, disco style, right? John Travolta. I think that I would get connection. Ooh, I love that. Connection. That's right. I would get as above, so below. I may not put that, but I might put something else. We'll talk about it. Limitless. Ooh, that's a good one. Limitless. I think, as a matter of fact, I think I have that word written down in my notes for today. So that's a great one. That we're going to go through the concept of as above, so below, but connection. I love that. Confidence. I'm going to say confidence. Look at his face. Confidence. He seems very self-assured, right? He's not shy. He doesn't seem like he's hiding away, or he's straight on. So, and his arms are open, taking control. Yes, taking control. Taking control. I'm going to say open because, again, we talked about last week, body language. If your arms are crossed in front of you, you're closed off and stuff. But if your arms are away from each other and you have your chest, your heart facing forward, it means you're open, right? So I'm going to say openness. Openness. That's great. Boastful. Yeah, absolutely. Boastful. Taking control. Yes, taking control. Love it. You guys are awesome at this. I'm going to say tools, because for me, I see the things on the table in front of him as tools that he could pick up and work with or teach with, or, learning devices. So I'm going to say tools. Now, it's kind of hard to see in this one. His belt is a snake, and it's a little bit more clear, I think, in most RWSs, because you see like the head. It's like an Oberos, the Oberos where the head or the snake is eating its tail. So it's a little bit more clear, I think, in the regular RWS. But I'm going to say snake because I think that could come into play later on. His belt is a snake. Seems like everything is accessible, right? Hi, Alf. Everything seems accessible to him. So we'll say accessible. Accessible. I think able. Accessible, but it's all right. I'll change it later if it's not right. Anything else that you notice? Within reach. I like it. That's even better. Within reach. Perfect. Within reach. Yes. Good, good, good. Anything else? If you've never seen this card before, what else? We can say, look at the flowers are below and they are above. They're almost like surrounding him. So he's surrounded by nature. So we might want to say surrounded by nature. By nature. Good, good, good. Anything else? If you're just looking at this card for the first time, you've never seen it before, is there anything else that comes to mind as you're looking at it? It's a great card. Good, good, good. Great. Okay, so we have ours for the Fool from last week. And we have the Magician, main player. Ooh, I like that. So it's not, right? It's not like a Like Batman and Robin. What's Robin? A sidekick? It's not like a sidekick. He's a main player. Infinite power. Yes. Potential. Oh, I love that. Potential. Potential. Infinite power. Love it. Great. Great, great, great. Good job, guys. Okay. Beautiful. All right. Oh, confidence. Oh, yes. Yes. I think I put confidence. That's a great word. It's not a background role, right? Yes. Red, power, white, purity. Great. Yes. Oops. I almost wrote it on the Fool. Mm-hmm. 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 Okay. I love it. Manifestation. That is, oh, yeah. We're going to write that one down because that is going to be a key word. Manifestation in today's lesson about the magician. All right. So let's talk about the symbology here. First of all, I want to read for you what A.E. Waite. So we are going to talk mostly about the Arthur Waite, Pamela Coleman Smith version of the card that we're looking at. We're going to look at some other cards towards the end, but when I'm teaching, we talked about last time how the RWS has like all the symbology all rolled into one card. And I had not appreciated, I don't think, the RWS version of tarot until I started to try to learn the I know, right? I love when the chat is involved. I love it. It's my favorite thing. What the fuck was I saying? Learn the when I was trying to learn the meanings, right? RWS suddenly was like everything that the card is about, you can see in the RWS version. And so for a long time when I was learning, I really used the RWS version the most. For a little while, I would take out the RWS version and another deck that I thought was pretty or that spoke to me or I felt connected with, and whatever card I pulled in that deck, I would pull the RWS card also and set it next to it so that the symbology from the RWS card would kind of speak to me about what the card was about. So that's kind of a tip or a trick that you can do. Because the RWS has all the symbols all wrapped into one card. If you are one of those people that I don't purport that the RWS cards are very pretty. And it took me a long time to connect to them. But again, as I started learning the tarot, it became a little bit easier because I was able to see all the symbology in there. And it really made it easier to pick out the symbols of the RWS version. Okay, so A.E. Waite wrote a book called The Pictorial Key to the Tarot. And so this is what he said about the magician in that book. Now, I can't live without it. I know, me neither. I love, love, love the RWS, especially teaching. Teaching, I have to have it for sure. Okay, he says, A.E. Waite says, a youthful figure in the robe of a magician, having the countenance of divine Apollo. So those of you who don't know, Apollo was the god of the sun, with smile of confidence and shining eyes. Above his head is the mysterious sign of the Holy Spirit, the sign of life, like an endless cord, forming the figure 8 in a horizontal position. So that is what he says about Mr. Magician here. The magician is the next archetype to be encountered on our hero's journey. Yes, me too, Trisha. Absolutely. I pull it right out because then it's easier to compare and to see, what am I missing with this deck? That's why I have a hard time when I'm going through a new deck. If they did not give us a book that set, or their book does not say why they chose the image they chose, sometimes I have a hard time connecting to the deck, because I need to know what connected you to the archetype, to the energy that I know is the magician. Sometimes we can see it really clearly, and sometimes we need a boost. But then sometimes if you see what the artist or what the creator says about it, you're like, oh yes, I totally see that now. So I really do like when the creators do a book with their tarot decks and they say why they chose that image. It helps a lot. The magician is the next archetype to be encountered on our hero's journey and the path to deeper self-discovery. Though quite young, largely inexperienced, he's more than he seems at first blush. The presence of the infinity sign above his head, it's called the lemniscate, or lemniscate. I've heard lemniscate. I think different languages say it differently. I think I've heard lemniscate. I think I say lemniscate. It might be more lemniscate. Maybe it's just, if I say it fast enough, you won't know anyway, right? I'll just say lemniscate. See? Yeah, the presence of the infinity sign above his head, as well as his body posture. Right hand holding a wand extended towards the heavens, left hand reaching earthward. That's a really hard word to say. Earthward. Like, yeah, okay. Suggests that his actions are guided by energies from above and not from his own inner resources and strengths. He is, however, able to direct these transcendent energies and make them effective on the earthly plane, right? So he is able to direct them, but he is not creating them. Where did I talk about that? Bridge between... Yep. Okay. The position of the magician's hands are also echoed by Jesus in the Lord, Jesus's words in the Lord's Prayer. So I always think of as above, so below. That's how I kind of learned tarot. I didn't have an introduction to tarot until I became a pagan. He's a conduit. I love it. A bridge. That's right. Till I became a pagan. So I always think of as above, so below. But for those of you who connect to a Christian ideology still, that can also be within the Lord's Prayer when Jesus said, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. So it's connecting both heaven and earth. The magician is the connector, the conduit for the energy. As well as the Hermetic maxim, as above, so below. The traditional posture of the Buddha, with one hand raised in a spiritual blessing and the other hand touching the earth, also connects to the symbology of this card. The energy of the magician is extroverted and direct, right? So that kind of goes along with when we were talking about our keywords here. We talked about, I'm looking at that. Openness, the openness, confidence, openness to connect. He's an extrovert. He's not an introvert. He's almost teaching. He's out there. He's willing to be used. He is manifesting, which is the biggest word for this card. We talked about the Fool being the biggest word is potential. The biggest word for the if you only remember one keyword for the magician, let it be manifesting or manifestation. That is the big keyword here. He is the path of Western culture that explores nature to understand its secrets and gain control over it. The living standard to which we have become accustomed is the result of this archetypal energy, as well as the positive and negative aspects of the incredible technological advances that we have come to take for granted. One of the gifts of this archetype is the ability to focus on a specific goal intention, or purpose and bring it to fruition. In other words, to manifest. So it's going to be a lot about coming up with your goal. If you're pulling this card, if you're pulling it for yourself, if you're pulling it for someone else, it is about, okay, something's coming. You have set a goal, or you're about to set a goal, or something's about to come into your life that you're going to go, oh, there's a different plan. There's a different plan for me coming. And the energy now is about believing in that plan, believing in your ability to connect to the things around you that will help you manifest, and pushing that manifestation, positive manifestation energy out there so it happens. His energy is lit by the full light of the sun. So we don't see the sun. We see the full light of day, though. There is no shadow here. It is high noon. It is the full light of day. Everything is brightly lit. There is nothing he cannot see. He is able to see everything. It's a big deal. This represents masculine consciousness that illuminates all things. Now, I will say, just as an aside, when we talk about masculine and feminine in the context of tarot, just be aware that I'm not talking about gender here. I'm talking about the energies that are attributed to masculine and the energies that are attributed to feminine traditionally. So when we speak of masculine energies, we are talking about extroversion, being out there. We are talking about logic. We are talking about intuition, or not intuition. We are talking about intellect. We are talking about power. So all of those things that incorporate what we consider masculine energy has nothing to do with gender in this context. So I just want to make everyone aware of that, because sometimes we get caught up with protection, providing. Yes, absolutely. We get caught up in the today's gender questions. And with the tarot, to me, anyways, not to everyone, and certainly probably if we're fair, probably not to A.E. Waite, right? But I in a little bit, I'm going to tell you something about Pamela Coleman Smith that will make you think Pamela Coleman Smith felt like I do, at least, that it wasn't about gender necessarily. It was about just the energies that we attribute to masculine and feminine. All right. Represents masculine consciousness that illuminates all things. When the magician has an idea, he finds a way to verbalize it, then manifest it in physical form. And he is not afraid. To me, that's a big deal, because there is look at his face. He is determined. He has set his purpose. This plan, this goal came to mind, and there was no question of, can I do this? Am I really good enough to accomplish this? Do I have what it takes to do it? All those doubts that seep into our minds when something comes to mind that we're like, okay, I want this thing. I want this goal. I want to be able to manifest this. A lot of times our brains think, I don't know if I can do that. Fearless. Yes. I don't know if I'm good enough. I don't know if I have what it takes. I don't know if I have the energy. I don't know if I have enough willpower. I don't know if I have the tools it takes to get there. I don't know if I have enough money. He has everything he needs. Yes, now he just needs to step forth and do it. Manifest that. And there is no question in his mind, when you see his face, there is no question in his mind that it will be done. Standing in his power, right? And what rune is that like? Those of you who took the rune class that I never finished, that I swear I'm going to get back to hopefully this year. Uruz. Standing in our power is Uruz. Historically, In Marseille decks, the magician is shown standing at his table, dressed in expensive clothing. For example, the Tarot of Marseille, the Le Bateleur, it's French, works at his table outside in nature. So again, outside in nature, we're there, right? The curve of the man's hat forms a lemniscate. So instead of on top of his head, I wish I'm going to go to my storage room tomorrow, guys, and I will try to grab a Marseille deck. I don't have one here because I packed up on like 90% of my tarot decks before I left last year. But I'm going to try to get so I can show it to you as I'm talking about it. But in the Marseille deck, his hat, he has like on a big floppy hat, and his hat forms, the edge of his hat forms the 8, the sideways 8, the lemniscate. Similar to the number 8 above the head of the magician in the Rider-Waite deck. He also holds a white wand or a baton. Okay, so let's talk about the artist here, Pamela Coleman Smith. She largely chose or was instructed by Waite to remain within the This brain of mine. Glasses on your head. Yeah. Oh, they totally do. Look at. I'm wearing a lemniscate. I love it. The iconographic. Nope. Iconographic. Why can I not say this all of a sudden? I've been saying it all day. Tradition of past with her magician. So she was instructed to take the Marseille, take the iconic images of the magician in the tarot, which is one of the original images, and use a lot of that in A.E. Waite's deck. However, in a slightly rebellious move, she inserted the image of her friend Edith Craig as the face of the magician. So, believe it or not, Pamela Coleman Smith sneakily put in a female face that she knew as the face of the magician. She also, Edith Craig, appears as a man in the King of Pentacles symbol. So just so you know, in the King of Pentacles, that is also her friend Edith Craig. So who is Edith Craig, and why did Pamela Coleman Smith want to insert her face into there? And I'll show you a picture of her in just a second. She was a pioneer of the women's suffrage movement in England, and she was the daughter of an actress named Ellen Terry. So the women's right to vote. She was working towards the women's right to vote in England. And Pamela Coleman Smith thought, you know what? I think she really represents what the magician means. And so I'm going to use her face. Instead of any other face, I'm going to use her face in the image of the magician. So here is her face. Let's see. I'm hoping you can see. There we go. See her face? That is the original magician face from the RWS deck. Pamela Coleman Smith performed a little sneaky sneak, and instead of putting in anything else, she put in the face of her friend who was a pioneer in fighting for the women's right to vote in England. Isn't that the coolest thing? The body position looks a lot like the position of activists during demonstrations. Yes, yes, it does. All right, so having seen that, let's look at the face again. This is it. This is the face of Edith Craig, who, oops, let's put it on the face, Jen. The face of Edith Craig, who fought and fought and fought for the women's right to vote. I just thought that was a really cool little tidbit. I loved that, right? I love learning the little background histories of what Pamela Coleman Smith did. Okay. All right, let's start talking about the symbols. The symbols within the magician And we are going to start with the lemniscate. The lemniscate, the infinity sign, the sideways infinity sign here at the top of his head. It is a Latin term. Translated, it means adorned with ribbons. It's a geometrical representation of the endless and eternal nature of energy. So infinity, the internal, endless and eternal nature of infinity. And what do we know about energy? We know there's a law about energy that is called the law of conservation that greatly applies to this. It says energy cannot be created nor destroyed. And to me, that's a great manifestation, a great symbol for this card. Manipulated. Yes, energy can be manipulated. Tapped into. Yes, energy can be tapped into to change or transform the form that it comes in. But it cannot be created and it cannot be destroyed. So if we are looking at the magician has this symbol of energy, of eternal energy at the top of his head, but he's not connected to it because he cannot create the energy. He is the bridge between the energy itself and pulling that energy down to earth here to help him manifest whatever his goal is. He has the tools in front of him to do what it is he needs. And he has the ability to tap into that energy and pull the energy that he needs to help him transform that energy into the manifestation of what he wants or needs. Cool. What goes around comes around. Energy never dies. We are born and born again, although I would rather talk about that more when we talk about the Oberos. Weight refers to this number 8 symbol as the sign of life. He continues that it may be remembered that the Christian Gnosticism speaks of rebirth in Christ as a change unto the Agdod. This mystic number is termed Jerusalem above, the land flowing with milk and honey, the Holy Spirit, the land of the Lord. According to Martinism, 8 is the number of Christ. So there's a couple other places that that symbol, that lemniscate, appears in the tarot. It appears next in the Emperor. It appears in the Strength card. And it also appears in the Two of Pentacles. And I usually would have pulled them out. If you want, well, it's right here and it's in order. I can pull it out probably. I think it's right here. Where the fuck is it? Oh, yeah, yes, it is. Here it is. Let's look really quick at the other cards that it's in. All right, so we said the Emperor. Am I blind? Probably. Okay, I'm going to show you. You guys can tell me where it is. You would think I had never taught tarot before. It has been a long day. All right, come on. Where is it? What is it? One of the hidden ones? Where the fuck is it? Oh, right at the top. Duh. It's teeny though. Look at. There it is. Yep. Here I am teaching. It's right there. Oh. It's right at the top. It's teeny tiny, but it's right there at the top of his head. The Strength card is a lot easier to see. If I can find the Strength card. Because again, it's right at the top of her head here is the lemniscate. infinity. And then finally in the Two of Pentacles. So it is right here. The Two of Pentacles, he's holding it in his hand, right? The choices that we make, it's right there in his hand. Okay. Righty. What else? All right, let's go to the wand. Now, this is really something that is confusing. And I know I was a little confused when I first started learning. The Emperor wouldn't need as much of a reminder, so his can be smaller. Yes, perfect. Yes, for sure, right? Because the Emperor already knows his power, for sure. When I talk about the white wand, it is this. I tend to start using the term baton because this is the wand that symbolizes the fire suit, or the suit in the minor suit in the tarot. This is the wand. So if we start talking about the wand that he's holding and the wand on the table, what element in astrological? We'll get there. We'll get there. It kind of reminds me of a candle. Yep, except it's got another end. So there it is, double barreled, right? It's pointed at both ends. So I tend to start talking about it as the baton because I don't want to confuse you and say this wand and this wand is something different. So this is either the baton or the white wand. The white wand is a pure channel of spiritual wisdom and inspiration. So it is the channel that is pulling that energy down from above, the energy that he cannot create, but that he can direct and transform. It is the channel with which he pulls that energy. It has two identical points to remind us that what is above is available below. So yes, that energy is above, but that doesn't mean we cannot connect to that and pull it and use it for ourselves. Whatever is above is available to us here below. The wand becomes the connection between heaven and earth, humankind and spirit, the living and the dead. A.E. Waite says this dual sign is known in very high grades of the instituted mysteries, right? So he was the Golden Dawn. He was in the Golden Dawn. It shows the descent of grace, virtue, and light drawn from things above and derived from things below. And something we don't talk about a lot is how grounded, somebody said grounded for our keywords there, but how grounded the magician is. So it is the virtue and light that is drawn from above can be derived from the things of below. Like a pointing stick. Yes, 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 yes. Kind of reminds me of a candle. Yes, yes, yes. Looks like my wand for directing energy. Yes, very much so. For sure. And you want your wand to be able to pull energy in and also to push energy out, right? Reminds me of a selenite wand. Yes, easily handled, multi-use. Perfect. Yes, for sure. And what does selenite do? It cleanses that energy as it comes through. So how awesome to think that this is a selenite wand, that the energy that comes in from above could be volatile. It could be a little too powerful. It could be not exactly what he needs, but the magician knows how to transform that energy. He just has to pull it in. Once it gets down to the below, he's grounded enough to receive that energy and manifest what he needs with it. So he can transform that same energy into what he needs to push forth what he needs it to be. Okay, does that sound? I've never thought about having a wand that has both ends. Yes, 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 yes. Good, good, good. In such a way, Waite connects his cards with Neoplatonic theory as well as Christian Gnosticism. So there's a lot of, when we talk about A.E. Waite and his deck here, there are a lot of Christian symbolism in there because the Golden Dawn incorporated that in all of their use of magic and energy work and all of that. A pure channel of spiritual wisdom and inspiration. All right, let's talk about the hand symbolism. Hand symbolism. The right hand draws down power, light, and wisdom from the heavens. The left hand transfers this knowledge to the earthly plane in the form of mediumship, magic, precognition. You know what? Hold on, let me take a drink. Precognition and manifestation and transformation. The left hand, he demonstrates the principle of concentration, the ability to focus his attention. We're reminded that hard work is required to achieve anything worthwhile. Together, sorry, they form the manifestation of etheric ideas and principles on the earthly plane. So as above, so below. The song for the Fool, and I have not posted them yet, was someone said Free Falling by Tom Petty, Into the Unknown by Idina Menzel, sung by Aurora in the Frozen 2, I think it is. Wide Open Spaces by the Dixie Chicks. Also, Show Yourself by Frozen. We'll get to the songs for the Magician in a little bit. Oh, where's my card? Here we go. Just in case my bubba comes out here. Okay. Crazy Ada. My phone autocorrects. Yes, I hate that my phone does that too. Crazy autocorrect. It's worse when you find out my middle name is Noel. Christian Christmas. It's hilarious. When I think about the Fool, I always think of that Walking on Sunshine song. Oh, that's a good one. Shit. Hold on, let me write that. That's a good one. I like that. Walking on sunshine, baby. Yeah. Walking on sunshine. All right, I like it. I will add it. Okay. Next symbol is the tarot suit symbols. So we're going to I never mean duck. Oh, yes. I never mean duck either. Or what's the other thing? It says something else. I had to do something to my phone to allow it to swear. And now now anytime I'm trying to spell anything that starts with an F, it automatically puts fuck in there. Automatically. So I really have to watch who I'm sending my messages to. Okay, let's talk about the tarot suit symbols that are on the table. So these are the tools in front of him. On the table in front of the magician are the symbol of the 4 tarot suits: Pentacles, Cup, Sword, and Wand. According to A.E. Waite, these tools signify the elements of natural life, which lie like counters before the adept, and he adepts them as he wills. So what does that mean? It means they are the tools in life that we need to manifest what we want. And the magician is able to pick up the tool that he needs. He knows exactly which tool will do what. And he is able to pick that up to help him transform that energy and push it out into the world to help, hi, Lady Blind Wolf, to help manifest the energy that he wants to put out there. The elements of natural life he refers to here are fire, wand, And so this is perhaps where the fire wand, I know we talked about some decks talk about air wand, but I see it as fire wand. Air sword, earth pentacle, and water cup. The magician has at his disposal all of the natural elements and their strengths. Fire or wand, their natural strengths. Fire's strength is motivation. Sword's strength is intelligence. Swords are air. Swords' strengths are intelligence. Pentacles' strengths are health, your well-being. And water cup's strength is imagination. So let me say that again. Fire strength, which is wands. Wands represent fire here. The fire strength is motivation. So if you need to, you know that the energy that you need to manifest this goal you have is, oh, I need to transform this energy into motivation for myself. Then you want to work with the wand energy to motivate. If you know that you need intelligence, you want to work with the air swords. That strength is the intelligence. If you need the actual physical energy and health to manifest what you need, you want to work with the pentacle energy, which is earth. And if you need the creative imagination, you're going to want to work with the water cup. The magician has everything he needs, mastery of manifestation, and knows how to balance it. Knows how to balance all of the above, right? He is planted into the ground like the flowers. Yes, so much, right? So he has, on top of all of this, he has the ability to then get rid of the extra energy that he doesn't need, so he doesn't get that jittery, manic squirrel thing that I get sometimes. The wand is dual-ended for above and below. Yes, at the same time. Yes, 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 yes. Okay. The wands stand for, now that was the strengths. We just talked about the strengths of each of these tools. The wands stand for power and creativity. The cup stands for emotion and intuition. The sword stands for intellect and communication. And the pentacle stands for burdens, material resources, and life's purpose. So if I put a candle in a bowl of sand, shit, I lost it. Hold on. If I put a candle in a bowl of sand, I should have the strength and motivation to complete a task. Absolutely. If you are the magician of your empire, right, you can manifest that through the things that you have in front of you, for sure. Yes. Okay. Let's talk about the symbolism of the table. So everybody got the symbolism of the tools there? Any questions before I move on? Please, you guys, click the like button if you can. Again, that helps the stupid YouTube algorithms. All right. The table symbolism. An orange table dominates part of the image. Orange is associated with intellect and spiritual energy. The four legs of the table may represent the four worlds or the four categories of spiritual realms in Kabbalah. These four worlds are, and I'll say them, but again, I'll try to go a little bit out. I want to do one video on Kabbalah and kind of go over generalization of it, but I'm not going to be able to say their original terms. Atziluth, meaning emanation, the unchanging divine world. Bariah, meaning creation, considered heaven. Yetzirah, meaning formation, the home of the lower angels and the men's souls, and Asaya, meaning action, the universe we live in. This is the manifestation of desires, abundance, the present. The table also represents the present, how things are right now. And so the all of those symbols, all of the tools we have are right here in the present. This is how they are right now. And we can pick up the tools which are right here for us, right now in the present, in order to help us transform that energy. The flower trail beside the as above hand is hanging higher than the flower trail by the so below hand, indicating above and below or higher and lower. Oh, I like that. The as above hand is hanging higher, right? We're further away than the so below. Why do you think that is, Kay? My thought process on why I think this hand is further away than the flowers, right? It's because we are intimately connected with the ground, with the manifestation, with the, that's not the word, with the mundane, the things we can touch, with the so below things. We are intimately connected all the time. And so we are trying always to reach for the spiritual consciousness energy from above. And so we may need to be a bit closer to that than we need to be closer to the below. But that's a really good, yep. It's a really good thing you saw. There's a term for it. If my brain could catch it, I would chase it down and say it out loud. I love menopause. Observation. Thank you. Analogy. Observation. Yes. All right. As we go through menopause together here. All right, let's talk about the yellow background. We talked about this a little bit. The bright yellow background is symbolic of the state of consciousness required for manifestation to occur. So remember this. Sometimes we are trying so hard to manifest this energy into something we can use, and nothing is working. And a lot of times that is because our being, our state of consciousness in our bodies is not conducive to manifesting anything. We have to look at, do I really believe that I can do this? Am I telling myself I can't do this? Am I in the right state of mind? Not that for anything to ever occur, you always have to be in the right state of mind. Because if that was the case, forget it. Then, everything has to be just perfect. I used to love, in the very beginning of my pagan journey, I used to love looking at the few books that we had, and like, bless Scott Cunningham for sure. But I used to love when he would say, in order to do this spell, you should do it on a Tuesday during the waxing moon. And I was like, yeah, when the dog is barking and the red barn opens its doors, you don't have, not everything has to be perfect, but sometimes we're in such a state of mind. We're in a negative place. We are exhausted. We're starving. We're really dehydrated. We're not feeling well. Sometimes we can put ourselves in a place where it's really going to be almost impossible to manifest the energy that we want to manifest and transform it into what we need. So kind of take a look at what our state of consciousness is in order to be manifesting if it's not working for you. Yellow is traditionally associated with optimism and positivity. I work everything as a manifestation, and it's not the body, but the soul that has the ability to manifest for the world. Yes, outside myself, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. Absolutely. For sure. But when your body is not feeling well, or your body has an issue that it's making your consciousness distracted, sometimes it's hard to get the soul, get the consciousness to do what we need it to do, right? Yes. Yellow is also connected to the solar plexus chakra. And so the solar plexus chakra is the chakra that when I'm doing Reiki, especially for women, and when I teach Reiki, I teach this a lot. But for everyone in general, it is the one that I say first and foremost, the affirmation that you need to say when you're working with the solar plexus, which is yellow, is I am worthy. And that very much comes in alignment with this. I am worthy to manifest. I am able. I believe in myself and my abilities. I believe that I can do this. So yellow should be a reminder to us to breathe and go, yeah, fuck yeah, I can do this. What are you kidding me? Hell yes. Hell yes. For my body or anything inside, I breathe it in and ground to the physical. Perfect. You are the manifestation of the magician, right? Yes, yes, yes. How about the magician's clothes? Let's move on. Oh my gosh. We've been an hour already and I'm still on symbolism. Holy shit, you guys, I talk too much. Okay. How about the clothes? The red cloak. So I'm going to, for the purpose of this, so we don't get confused, the inner thing I'm going to call the white robe and the red cloak is the outer. The magician wears a red cloak. Every color in this card is chosen carefully for its symbolism. Red represents fire energy, the spark of activation and manifestation. His cloak has no buttons, can easily be slipped on and off, indicative of the magician's ability to slip between levels of consciousness and spiritual dimensions. So it is not hard for us to reach to the spirit and then be able to manifest. We just have to believe that. We have to know that, yes, I can reach into the subconscious, into the spiritual realm, and pull in the energy that I need to manifest it. Action, power, that's all with the red cloak. The white robe indicates it symbolizes the spirituality within, our pure selves, our pure spiritual form. And that is what is most able to be that bridge, that conduit between energy and transformation, is our pure intentioned spirituality within, our true self. The white headband. He wears a white headband. It encircles the magician's forehead in the location of the crown chakra. This draws our attention to the necessity to activate our crown chakra in order to manifest in our life. So what is activating the crown chakra? The crown chakra is, this is exactly what we've been talking about. The crown chakra is what connects us to what is. Whatever we believe is up there, is the power, the universe, God, goddess, what is. That the crown chakra is the connection to that spiritual realm. And so we have to activate that. If, again, you feel muddy, if you feel like your connection is not quite open, try a spirituality exercise that cleans and cleanses and reactivates your crown chakra. You can find them on YouTube if you don't know how to do it yourself. Hi, Leanne. It's okay, honey. How are you? Hi, Jasmine. If you don't know how to do it yourself, YouTube has a trillion. If you look at crown chakra activation, crown chakra cleansing, that kind of thing, you will be able to find that. Sometimes we feel like it's mucky, like we can't quite reach through. Sometimes our crown chakra, Steve Halpern does some kick-ass chakra music. Awesome. That's a great tip. So we may need to cleanse and reactivate our crown chakra in order to really, truly manifest the energy that we are capable of. All right, let's talk about the belt. The belt is a snake that is the symbol of the Oberos. It is the ancient symbol of the serpent eating its own tail. It represents the eternal cycle of destruction and rebirth, of life and death and rebirth, of transformation. Observation was the word she was looking for earlier. Yes, yes, it was. His picture looks like someone who is open to influences from other realms, right? The cycle, the eternal cycle of destruction, rebirth, life, and death. That continuous cycle that allows us to transform. Thank you, Leanne. You're so sweet. If anybody wants to take a look at Steve Halpern, his chakras. All right, let's move on because I can't believe it's already been over an hour. I can't believe it. How about the meaning of the red roses and the lilies? The garlands of red roses and lilies create a sacred space for the magician to work within. As Waite writes, A.E. Waite, beneath are roses and lilies, the Flos campi and Lilium convallium, which translates as the flower of the field, who are also known as lily of the valley. It's the roses and lilies changed into garden flowers to show the culture of aspiration. The culture of aspiration. Lilies and roses also appear in the tarot in the Temperance card, the Two of Wands, and the Ace of Pentacles. So let's take a quick peek at Temperance. Temperance. So here's Temperance. There's lilies here at the Temperance. I know, Kay. Not nobody. I certainly did not say that the RWS is beautiful. That's why it's very hard to connect to until you realize there's so much symbolism in there that it makes the learning part easier. The Two of Wands and the Ace of Pentacles. Two of Wands and Ace of Pentacles. Ace of Pentacles, here we go. The roses and lilies. Look at all the roses, red roses, white lilies here in the Ace of Pentacles. And the Two of Wands. Again, and this time it's right on the platform that he's standing on, right? On the castle wall here. The roses and lilies on the Two of Wands. Okay. Songs, which I'm going to come back to. I think I'm up to correspondences. All right, here we go. The correspondences for the Magician. The element is air. Traditionally, it's air. I also believe that the element here is all of the elements or none of the elements. Because he holds all of the element or uses all of the elements, and therefore he himself, the magician, is really none of the elements because he's able to touch and hold and use all of the elements, right? But traditionally, he is symbolized with the air element. Does that make sense? Still amazing art with limited color palette. Can you imagine her doing that artwork today with matte metallic paints? Oh my gosh, right? How awesome would that be? Yes. Yes, yes. Dropping shit. Okay, the planet it is associated with is Mercury. The chakra is, we talked about solar plexus, is the solar plexus. It's the belief in yourself. The solar plexus is where you get that belief in yourself, the ability to stand up and be counted, to stand up for yourself. It is also a little bit with the throat because it's very much a communication. When we talk about the actual meaning of the card, we'll talk a little bit more about communication. The color that it's associated with is yellow. Yellow. The crystal that it's associated with So, yes, Mercury, so much going on at once. And again, yes, because the planet is Mercury, Mercury is communication, right? So it's also associated with communication for sure, which is throat chakra also. The crystal it's associated with is citrine. Clear quartz was the Fool. Definitely the Fool. If you go back and take a look at the Fool, very much clear quartz, right? The crystal that I associate it with is tiger's eye or citrine. And that is really that conduit, the ability to hold energy, transform energy, and transmute energy. And citrine is really good at transmuting the energy that you need into something positive. This card tells a million stories. Yes. I understand. Element, air, state of mind, communication. Yes, for sure. Yes, yes, yes. The exercise, if we were to attribute kind of an exercise to connect to this card, it would be gymnastics, aerobics, running, stretching, anything that increases agility. Lots and lots of yellow. The Kabbalah letter is Bet, meaning house. Numerology is 1, right? The beginning. Numerology is 1. The first among all the numbers. It expresses the beginning of everything, of every thought, every action. It also represents unity, the indivisible core, and the essence of every being. Hacky sack. Yeah, I could totally see that. Dance, for sure. Increases ability, the agility. Dance, for sure. Dance. I hope we get to it. Must be in eventually, hopefully, in one of these books. And I'm just going to start talking about it a little bit. We come from the Fool, which was the pure potential, that moment before action, right? And then when the Fool meets the Magician, it is what? It is, we took a breath in with the Fool, and it's the first action. It's the manifestation. It's the, okay, in the Fool, we went, we have a plan. We don't have a plan. We want to do something, that moment of pure potential. And then the Magician comes on the scene and suddenly teaches the Fool, okay, you actually have to manifest and do something. It is the action. It is the time to do this. Manifestation. Representing disco, especially Staying Alive. Staying alive, staying alive. Staying alive. Okay. Musical pitch, E natural. E natural. The Kabbalistic path, which again we'll talk about in a different video, but is path 12. It's joining Kether and Bina, which means almost nothing to me, although I'm starting to study it a little. Okay. The affirmations. There's a couple really key affirmations that you should know. They are as above, so below. That is definitely an affirmation, right? Anything that is available above me in that spiritual realm is available to me here. And this is how. Open myself up as the conduit to this energy. And if spirit is able to, I am able to. As above, so below. I can pull that down and use it in whatever way I need. Always. As above, so below. As I will it, so it is. Anything that I will, so it is. As I will it, so it is. In paganism, we say, so mote it be. That is just the affirmation of, I have said this and fuck it, it's going to happen, right? So mote it be. Period. End of discussion. Nothing else needs to be said. Right? Cause and effect. Oh, I like that. Anything you can imagine, you can make real. Anything you can imagine, you can make real. All right, let's talk about songs. For me, so mote it be. For me, the first song that to me really symbolizes the magician energy to me is the song A Million Dreams. The song from the movie The Greatest Showman, A Million Dreams. Sung by Hugh Jackman, Michelle Williams. Pink just came out with her version, which I absolutely love. A million dreams for the world we're gonna make. It talks about, I close my eyes and I can see the world that's waiting up for me. I can see it. That I call my own through the dark, through the door, through where no one's been before, but it feels like home. They can say it sounds crazy. They can say, I've lost my mind. I don't care. I don't care. Call me crazy. We can live in a world that we design. Fucking, I can do anything I fucking want. Do you believe in magic? Ooh. Hold on. I'm going to write them down. Songs. Do you believe in magic? I love it. Believe in magic. Because every night I lie in bed, the brightest colors fill my head. A million dreams are keeping me awake. Think of what the world could be. A vision of the one I see. A million dreams is all it's going to take. All we have to do is imagine it to manifest. And the rest of it. The whole entire song, to me, is just an amazing representation. Amazing representation. And Terror Destroyer is deleted. You wasted it. You didn't even say anything funny or good or interesting. You're boring. You're a really crappy troll. Nice try. Try again. Need more hammers, right? Spirit in the sky as above. Yeah, yep. Okay. Where am I? Back. I was waiting. I really like The Best Day of My Life by the American Authors. Whoa. This is going to be the best day of my life. It talks about I howled at the moon with friends, and then the sun came crashing in, but all the possibilities, no limits, just epiphanies. That's a good manifestation song. Magician. Did I miss? What was true? Did I miss? Oh, do you believe in magic? Oh, that's a really good song too. I can't, because I have the other one in my head. I can't think of it right now. You believe in magic? Okay, now I got it. That's a good one too. Yes. For sure. And the last one that I thought of was Good Feeling by Flow Rider. Oh, hold on. Which? W-I-T-C-H by Devin Cole. I don't know that one. I have to look it up. T-C-H, Devin Cole. The Lovin' Spoonful. Do you believe in magic? Yes. Yes. The Ed Sullivan Show. Okay, so Good Feeling is, sometimes I get a good feeling. Yeah. That I never had before. No, okay, you can't make me sing this. But it's really good. Yes, I get a feeling that I never had before. No, I get a good feeling. Yes, I can. Doubt better leave. I'm running with this plan. Pull me, grab me. Crabs in the bucket can't have me. I'll be the president one day. Right? I'll be the president one day. That's another good manifestation song that they're like, I knew I was a needle in a haystack, a Bugatti boy. I got a feeling it's a wrap. There's no doubt. I got it. I got a good feeling. This is it. So that's a good one. And I will try to go back and post the Fools one too. I apologize that I did not get a chance to go back and do that. Any other songs that you guys can think of? Any other songs that you can think of? Let's go over really quickly. I cannot believe how long-winded I am in this one. I'm really sorry because we still have the meditation to do and we still haven't looked at one other card. So I'm going to try to rush through this a little bit. Are you guys doing okay? I know it's an hour 20. You doing all right? If you've come in and you haven't clicked the like button yet, click it for me for that algorithm. The Magician questions. I'm going to show you the questions here. In case you want a screenshot, and then I'll read them real quick. Perfect. What feeling does this card evoke in you? Are you confident? Are you in control? What are your greatest skills or assets? How can you use them to achieve your current goal? Soaking in all the tips. Woohoo! I will say, once we've done a study and I teach it, I feel that magician energy for the rest of the week, whatever we're studying. If you don't feel powerful, successful, or confident at this time, think about someone you know who generally is and how they achieve their goals. How can you emulate them? How can you tap into the energy that they are able to put forth and emulate what they do? Is it time to open yourself to possibilities? Do you have untapped potential? Love it. Okay. Let's go through the cards that we have pulled. I may drop one of these. I think I'm going to drop this one this week. It's a pretty good one, but I think I'm going to drop it because we are running so low on time here. Let's go through the other magician cards that I've pulled, and then we'll do the meditation real quick, okay? You guys doing okay still? Best day of my life? Yes. The biggest one for me, and it, again, whatever song you can come up with that makes you feel that energy of the magician is awesome. For me, the perfect song is A Million Dreams. And I do love the Greatest Showman. I love that movie. Love it, love it, love it. But A Million Dreams song, I love the Pink version. I really like now too. Pink just came out with, well, just came. I don't know how long it's been out, but with her version, which I really love, because to me it very much sounds like Michelle Williams when she was singing it. By Hugh Jackman, Michelle Williams, and Ziv Zafman. A Million Dreams that's the song to me when I need to feel this energy. I need to crank myself up to have that manifestation energy. That's the song I play anyways, for sure. Okay. Sings her version for her daughter. Oh, how awesome. I love that. I love it. Okay, here we go. This is Bone, Stone, Earth, Flesh. You're welcome. I hope you guys learn as much as you can. And if you can only learn a couple things at a time, that's okay too. It's all right. Here is the Magician from Bone, Stone, and Earth, Flesh. Let me just read the story that goes along with that, the narrative. To me, this totally looks like who, right? I'm sure you guys all see it. I'm not going to say it because I know you know. Just made myself a piece of sugar cinnamon toast. Woohoo! Went to washroom, came back. My cat had licked up the cinnamon. Who does that look like to you? Like spitting image. I'm sure Anna must have had him in mind. A certain, yes, Gandalf. Lord of the Rings character, right? Gandalf, for sure. Yes. They call him the Gray One, a designation which echoes his antiquity. He sits, as he has done many times before, in his dimly lit chamber, working meticulously on his newest creation. His focus is entirely on the sphere of color which dances a subtle ebb and flow, bursting with a curious iridescent light before him. His room is lit by this sphere of light, which has begun to take shape of a dragon. As he admires his work, his skilled hands channel the centuries of knowledge that courses through his blood. He feels his power flow with ease now, yet remembers fondly a time when he was younger and his skills were infinitely less. In those days, his lack of knowledge made him foolish and egotistical, yet happy. The Gray One knows the importance of looking beyond the surface to see past the illusion. He sees that light which moves hypnotically before him does not come from his creation. No, he knows that the light emanates from that most ancient place, a place that he knows exists in every living thing. His features are softened, and age has graced his face. Each line is reminiscent of a memory, a teaching. He is a wise man, humble of heart, but mighty through reputation alone, a reputation which could never be contained in the many stories told of him or by him. Yet here he is, working on his craft, refining his skill, and about to release a dragon. So that is the Bonestone and Earth Flesh Tarot. Love, love, love my Bonestone and Earth Flesh. The next one, where did I put all the cards? Oh, here, there. The next one is another Anaturian deck. This is the Tarot of the Abyss. Tarot of the Abyss. And here is the Magician from the Tarot of the Abyss. Oh, I love this one. Love, love, love. Oh, starts on the first page here. Okay. The Magician stands centered, his gaze steady and full of intent. This is no ordinary man. He is a blender of paths, one who grasps the heavens and yet is still rooted to Mother Earth. There are no barriers for him, since his world is boundless. The Magician harvests the energies of both earth and sky, fusing them to his core. He is wise and knowing, his power gift given freely from the source of all. In this card, there are no human tools on hand. There is no elemental representation, since he himself holds all of the elements within. Fire is at his core, the spiral energy he has harnessed. Air is within his mental capacity and the ability to maintain the perfect balance. Water flows as his emotions, turning deep below his surface. And last but not least, earth grounds him, his roots providing a constant connection to that which nourishes the body and all living things. There is a great responsibility on the shoulders of the Magician. There may be no mistakes in maintaining this perfect elemental harmony. What we must always remember is that this type of understanding develops with time, right? Time and practice. As we strive to be like the Magician, we must first become aware of the powers we are aiming to balance. The Magician represents the symbiotic relationship between the conscious and the subconscious. He is capable of intelligently and lovingly controlling the forces of nature and has access to the higher realms, thus unifying spirit and matter. When this card appears, it signals a time when we have the ability to will things into manifestation. Love, love, love this Magician. All right, next. Sorry to go so fast, guys. I just know it's... What do I keep doing with all these cards? Here we go. Okay. Okay, this is from the Tarot of the Crone. This is the Tarot of the Crone. The Magician, this Magician card was inspired by the idea of coming out of the void of the Fool. The Magician is something that comes out of nothing, comes from the void. She is also the trickster as well as the conductor of souls. The image comes from a trance journey I had. This is the author talking about this. This is Ellen Lorenzi Prince. Actually, the first one where I deliberately sought out Hecate. I entered a cave and it was pitch black. I imagined waving my hand in front of my face and asking myself how many fingers I was holding up. Oh, I got to write that one down. Damn it. Hold on. Nothing's going to stop us now. I like that. Nothing's going to stop us. Nothing's going to stop us now. Gonna stop us now. Starship or Jefferson Airplane or Jefferson Starship or, yeah. Starship. Whatever they were at that time. All right. Yeah, so Hecate, her journey, her first seeking out of Hecate, this is what she saw. I imagined waving my hand in front of my face, asking myself how many fingers I was holding up, and it was so completely dark. Suddenly, this terrifying canine face, scored with blood and bone, came screaming out of the darkness. I fell, but I did not turn back. Eventually, I got back up and I walked on, and I saw this being as the guardian at the gate, the first test of initiation, to continue seeking the knowledge I wanted, despite the strangeness or the fear. So, make an intention to walk a path of power at an especially magical time, a solstice, a full moon, an eclipse. Don't forget that the eclipse that many of us here in the Northeast for sure can see, the total eclipse of the sun is coming up in April. First one we've seen here in a long, long time. Have matches, not a lighter, a candle, and your cards ready in a dark, quiet room. Hold an unlit match in your hand. It is a tiny magic wand holding the potential for fire, heat, and light within it. Now strike the match and see the flame. By your action, you have ignited its potential. But to fulfill its potential, the fire it carries must be shared, given to a vessel that can hold the flame for more than a few seconds. So light the candle. See it hold the flame. I am the something that comes from nothing. I am the mistress of illusion. I am the mistress of reality. I am the one who passes between. The magician is the force that can manifest itself out of the void and out into the world. She has the ability to appear and act as one wills, the confidence to live one's own life and no other, and the power of originality. All right, that is Tarot of the Crone. Good. And finally, I think this is the last one. This is the last one. This is the Light Seers. The Light Seers Tarot. Love this one. Oh, I love this card. The Light Seers Tarot. The magician brings forth a powerful message of creation and potential. You are magic. You have everything you need to succeed. Badass manifesting energy from the cosmos. All the skills you require, they're at your fingertips. Beautiful creator, go create. activate the magic in your veins by focusing your energy, willpower, desire, and actions. When you consciously step into your personal power and decide to shape the material world in this way, every breath in and every breath out is an opportunity to carve new meanings and new perspectives into reality. If you are unsure of your ability to create the life you desire, trust in the latent potential that resides within you. Even if you're unsure, that latent potential is there anyways. If you, I just said that. Feeling less than inspired at this time reminds you that it's time to find your muse. Find your spark. Find your why. With everything you need sitting in front of you like a giant universe cauldron, what is it that you desire to bring to life, and what can you do today that will bring it one step closer to reality? The palm chakras, right? I can manifest the life I desire through energy and action. Such a beautiful card. I love the tools are here in the universe saying every tool you could ever need is right there in front of you. Love, love, love. Yes, one of my favorite decks. Me too. Me too, me too, me too. Love, love, love the Light Seers. Such a great card. Perfection. Perfection, perfection, perfection. Quickly, we're going to go through just the meanings here. The upright meaning is obviously manifestation. Pursue your goals. Manifest your vision. Recognize the resources you have. If the passion to succeed is within you, then don't worry. Work hard and your vision will come to light. I don't like the Light Seer's Devil. Oh, I do. I love it. But we'll get to that one. Communicate. He's ruled by Mercury. So whatever your plans are, talk about it. Talk about it to everyone. You never know who may have the power to help you. So communicate your vision, your plan. And the universe will send you things to help you manifest, people to help you manifest, teachings to help you manifest, spiritual energy to help you manifest. It is important with this to remember the power of our words and intentions. Positivity reigns here, right? The law of attraction says what we give out into the universe, what we ask for is what the universe is going to give back to us. So even if we're a little hesitant, even if we don't completely feel our power, what we need to put out into the world is, I can. I am. I'm doing. Fuck yeah. It is all of that, even that it's already done, that whatever that plan is, whatever that energy is, we must make the universe understand that I already have that power. I know I have that power and I've done it. Done. It's there. I will. Yes. The magician jumps into the state of having it before having it. Yes. Oh, yes. Yes, yes, yes. For sure. I want to write that down. Magician. Hold on. Give me a second, guys. Magician jumps into the state of having it before having it. Yes. Yes, Liam. Yes. Okay. Absolutely. If it's reversed, so we said we were going to talk about reversals here. If it's reversed, we are talking about something blocking your manifestation. Something is blocking your ability to manifest. Either you are having a hard time making a decision. You have an inability to make a decision. He just knows the universe will create what he wants to manifest. Yes. You got me loving a million dreams. Yes. Yes. Your inability to make a decision. Yes, you did, Leanne. Fuck yeah. Urus, baby. Listless. You're energyless. You're not excited about the energy you want to manifest. Unfocused. Suppressing a natural talent. Your actions and intentions are out of alignment, right? Sometimes what we're doing and what we're manifesting, what we're doing is not focused on the intent that we're having. Unlike the magician, you feel disconnected from yourself or your power. So if it comes in reverse, all that is possible. Okay? All that is possible. Okay. Are we ready to do, did I get, yes. I think I got all of that. Let's do the meditation. Are we ready to do the meditation for the magician card? Tarot music playlist. I love it. That's a great idea. Let's do the meditation for the magician card. Before we do the meditation, I'm just going to start with a little bit of a visualization. Welcome to my menopause brain. Visualization about this card before we get into the meditation. So I want you to take a look at the magician card. Absorb the image of the magician before you. Before becoming the magician, the fool is a breeze blowing in light gusts everywhere in space. When the fool becomes the magician, the breeze becomes a whirlwind of concentrated force. And then the glazed, absent-minded eyes of the fool become suddenly bright and hawk-like, and the magician awakens. As we visualize the picture on the magician card, begin to think of yourself as the magician. Your right hand rising to receive a ray of warm, brilliant light energy. The light travels through you, influenced by your mind. Power issues from your left hand. And the world is molded in the image of your thoughts. Okay. We're going to start the meditation. So get into a comfortable position. And dropped the if off that statement. That's okay. Get into a comfortable position. Think of the magician and close your eyes. Draw in a long, deep breath through your nose. Breathing a breath all the way into your belly. And as you breathe out of your mouth, allow yourself to really sigh. And again, breathe all the way into your belly and sigh. Good. Continue to breathe in your own way, breathing to your own rhythm. Visualize yourself walking along a path. Look down and see the path as you imagine. What sort of path is it? Feel the texture of what is under your feet on this path. It could be smooth or rough, or the sort of path that you've always loved that is leading into a special place of beauty, harmony, and peace. Walking along this path, see before you your peaceful sanctuary. Could be in a cozy, warm room. Could be in a special place in nature that you love, like the beach, the forest, a lake, or some other place. This is your place, a place that you can always come to, where you can relax and experience peace and calm. A place where you're always safe and protected. Enter now into your own special haven. Look about you and acquaint yourself with its surroundings. Touch the things that await you here, the things that you love. Smell the special scents and aromas wafting through the air. Listen to the sounds that are unique to your wondrous place. See before you a special seat, a seat you can sink into and feel cozy and relaxed. It can be any kind of seat, but one in which you can sit in comfort and safety. Go now to your special seat and make yourself comfortable there. Inside your peaceful sanctuary, visualize yourself now as the magician. Be yourself, surrounded by beautiful flowers, red roses, white lilies. Imagine yourself bending forward and inhaling the fragrant perfume of those roses. Smell the fragrance as it moves through the air and fills it with wondrous delight. Look down at your clothes and see the clothes of the magician. You are wearing a white robe and a red cloak. There is a blue belt around your waist, symbolizing the snake, the Oberos, that represents your creative, transformative powers. Now imagine a table and on it a golden cup, a wand, a pentacle that has the 5-pointed star embossed on a round disc, and a sword that symbolizes power, strength, and courage. Within these 4 objects, there is a totality of the 4 elements: water, fire, earth, and air. Now visualize yourself moving to the table, picking up the golden cup and drinking the pure liquid from the cup. Visualize the sweet taste of this golden nectar filling your whole being with magical powers that unfold your creativity and abilities to manifest in this world. Now placing the cup back on the table, in your right hand, feel a wand. Raise it towards heaven, while your left hand is pointing to the earth. The archetype of the magician feels the strength and power that flows through you as you connect with heaven and earth. Visualize yourself as the master of your life and destiny. Now take in a long, slow, deep breath through your nose as you absorb the magician's qualities. And as you slowly breathe out through your nose, deepen into the silence and stillness within you that is the way of the magician. Continue to breathe naturally now, being aware once again of the inward breath and the outward breath merging you into deeper silence and stillness. Imagine now above your head the symbol of eternity, the figure 8, sideways, that symbolizes that you are of spirit and also able to bring about things in this world. Being at one with the magician now is the time to incorporate the lessons of as above, so below. The lesson being that mastery in one aspect of life brings about mastery in another. Feel the qualities of the magician enveloping you and within you. Visualize being surrounded by golden, bright light, represented solar consciousness that allows you to explore the world and to master it. To master what in your life you want to master right now. What do you need to bring forward to master your goal, aspiration, or ambition? Within your own silence and stillness, answers may come to you intuitively and spontaneously. If not immediately, that is okay. You will discover these answers as you go about your daily life by your intention to manifest for your highest good whatever you most desire. The magician is the archetypal achiever. As you reflect on what you want to achieve, use your abilities to be flexible, to communicate your ideas, for you have the skills. Also, listen to your inner voice. When the magician appears within you, it symbolizes your creativity, action, initiative, and self-assertiveness. You can create new opportunities that give you courage, driving power, skill, determination to enable these things to flourish and blossom within the power of the magician. How would you like your creativity and originality to expand? Imbued in the archetype of the magician, there is great power. Now, take in a deep breath, breathing power and strength into your body. And as you breathe out, breathe your empowerment through every cell in your body. And when you've done this, continue to breathe naturally. Power can always be used for good or bad. Misuse of power abounds on our planet. Whether you are male or female, you carry within you certain aspects of power. What does power mean to you? How does it appear in your life? How wisely do you use your power? With the power of the magician within you, you are urged to bring all aspects of your life together. These include love, emotions, money, and morality. If one or some of these are out of balance, just allow these aspects of your life to be acknowledged and intend that your deeper inner knowing can bring about the changes that will help you manifest your great potential. Embracing the archetype of the magician, you are open to opportunities for the importance of a new enterprise, and you will have the willpower you need, the initiative, the skills to succeed in whatever you do. Now take in a long, slow, deep breath, and as you do, embrace the qualities of the magician in your, and breathing out, know that in drawing this tarot card, you have the ability to manifest your creativity and potential. Continue to breathe naturally. And now visualize the clothing of the magician fading away. Leaving your sanctuary step, now back onto the path, knowing that you can return to this safe and peaceful place anytime you wish. Go out into the night imbued with the power of the magician. Good night, Kay. And come back when you're ready. Open your eyes. And know that you can tap into that power of the magician when you need it. I just realized it feels like this entire stream has been lacking any of the gentlemen. Yes, that's true. None of the gentlemen are here tonight. I know Pookie is unable to be here. He is traveling. He's, I think, in, I want to say North Carolina now. Traveling. You are welcome. Use that bit of meditation there to imbue yourself with the power of the magician when you need it. When you need it. Okay. Great one. Really great. Thank you, guys. Again, I will try to kind of put some of this stuff together and post it, the songs and the elements and that kind of thing. I will try this week. I promise. Life has been crazy busy, right? You're welcome. You're welcome. Next week we will be going over the High Priestess. Love the High Priestess. So this week in the group, in the Facebook group there, if you want, if you can, try to post some of your favorite High Priestess cards. For me, the ones that I'm going to post into the group are not the ones that I'm going to use. But you can post as many High Priestess cards as you want. The High Priestess is a good one. It's sometimes very different from what we see in the RWS, right? So it's a good one, though. All right. I love you guys. Thank you so much. 2 hours, almost 2 hours I blabbed on for. Thanks for joining. Thanks, Heather. Good night, you guys. I love you. Have a great week. I'll see you next time.